So now about the Packers side. So Tommy, the Packers are saying that they're all in. Hey, we're Super Bowl or bust. We're going all in. I think I think they might be the best team in the NFC right now, man. Like, just Eagles and them and Lions. With Micah Parsons, their defense was, already good last year, and the only games that they lost were to, I think, to the Vikings, to the Lions, and to the Eagles. So three of the best teams in the NFC. So they're banking on Jordan Love. They're saying, "Hey, go win us this thing." What are your thoughts on the Packers side, Tommy?
Um, yeah, it's an all-in move. It's exactly as they are all in. I think their window is 4 years, 4 or 5 years now. Like they're going for it. Are the Packers going to get it year one? No.
Mm.
They have one extreme fatal flaw, other than wide receiver inexperience. Like the receiver room is still has questions, and I know they drafted Matthew Golden and he's looked great, but has Matthew Golden done anything in the NFL yet? No, and that's not to say. And this is before I got 1,000 people coming from my head. Doesn't mean he's not going to. He's looked great in training camp. We just haven't seen it. So once he starts doing that, then it's a different story. But as we currently sit, that's a question.
Mm.
Um, and my opinion on Matthew Golden coming out of the draft, I was not as high on him as maybe other people were. So maybe I'm a little bit still set on what I believe, but we'll have to see how it goes in the regular season. But that's not the biggest fatal flaw. I believe that the Green Bay Packers have the worst cornerback room in the entire league. And
Yeah,
I think that is going to be their fatal flaw.
yeah,
And the reason why is I'm sitting here looking at the corners. They've got good safeties. They've got good safeties. You look at that corner room. Oh, it's bad. It's concerning. And I at first when I was like, okay, like I didn't know the Packers were going to trade Kenny Clark for him, right? And so I'm sitting there like, okay, if they trade for Micah Parsons, you've got Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons on the edge. You've got Kenny Clark in the middle. Okay, so getting that pass rush, that front, that and they're very very athletic linebackers who are good at blitzing as well. That could be enough to kind of cover up the flaws on the outside in the secondary there. And I was like, okay, well they've got good safeties. They can run cover two. They can run cover two high shell all year long. Just spam that. Of course, like they're not just going to run it all every play, but that's going to be their baseline. That's their baseline defense. Because then the corners are just kind of covering that shallow intermediate area, and everything downfield is with the safeties. But the best way to get teams out of cover two is run the ball.
yeah,
Um, and if you trading your best run defender might scare me a little bit in their ability to stop the run. Jerry
mm.
Jones said it when after he's like, we need to stop the run. Why do you trade
Yeah,
Micah Parsons? We need to stop the run.
mm.
Micah
Mm.
Parsons is an elite pass rusher. Micah Parsons is an elite defender, an elite football player. Is run defense his strongest part? No.
Mm.
I think that I'm worried about the Packers when they play Philly. I don't think they're
Yeah,
better than Philly. I don't.
mm.
Because here's the problem. Philly's going to go out there, establish a run with two really good receivers
Yeah,
against their corners. I mean, we saw what JSN did in joint practice against their corners. I mean,
yeah,
it was kind of silly. Um, so I'm worried about the Packers in that sense. I do think there's some holes that teams are going to try to exploit this year, and I'm not sure they have the personnel on the outside to stop that. Could they
yeah,
make a trade? Could they make a late ad? Absolutely. But as we currently sit right now, that corner room is the worst in the league. I mean, that's a huge issue. That is going to be their fatal flaw, in my opinion. I don't think they would beat Philly when it came down to it with the balance that Philly has, and I think they can attack them in the right ways. Um, I'm not saying it wouldn't be. I'm not saying Philly's going to go destroy them. Like
yeah.
that's not what's going to happen. But I just think that when it comes down to it, we're in January, end of the season. Guys are beat up. I think Philly's going to come with a physicality that Green Bay might not be able to match in that time point, and I think that could be a problem. I think Detroit's a bad matchup for him. Talking about
Yeah.
running the ball,
Yeah,
I
they still got
like
some. They lost some pieces like Glasgow and all that, but I think they're still good.
I mean, Detroit and Philly are built a little similarly,
Yeah,
like can run the ball, has two quality receivers. on the outside, tight end that is very capable of catching passes. I don't. I got to really start to see Green Bay to like. I got to see it before I can, start to crown them anything because I do have some concerns even after the trade for that roster and how it's currently built. But as I
Yeah.
said this year, they've got time to bolster that and really really go get it. So, I mean, if you can go get a guy like Micah Parsons, you got to do it though at any cost. I mean, it's a no
Mm.
brainer. I mean, the guy is on pace to be a Hall of Famer. Like he's 26, one of the best pass rushers in the league, best defensive players in the league. Just got to go do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Green Bay. I think they're gonna reach far, man. As you said, yeah, you're right. There's some holes, but man, I think, man, if if Micah Parsons can get you like 12, 13 sacks, I mean, even more than that, man, I think you can go, especially in the playoffs. That's when things really matter. I think that's going to be a huge beneficial benefit for them. And maybe this defensive coordinator, like this the guy they got last year, who's been cooking. Maybe he has a plan for them, or maybe they like their rookies. I don't know, but they have a
Yeah,
plan. I
I
think so.
mean, Jeff Hafley, the DC in Green Bay, he's got some fun tools at his expense right now. I think he's a smart guy. He's a great DC. He was at Boston College before, and I think he will do good things. And like Rashawn Gary paired with Micah Parsons, just tell it how it is. That's scary. I mean,
Yeah,
Rashawn
that's
Gary's a
yeah,
great player too.
yeah,
That's
great
that's
player.
quite that is quite the duo on the edge there. Um, I would be so frustrated to be a tackle in the NFC North right now. I
Yeah,
would be very, very frustrated to be a tackle in the NFC North. That's a very, very elite pass rush duo there.
man, I'm looking forward to the week 4 Green Bay against the Cowboys, and I'm gonna watch that game. I'm gonna see like, hey, what is Michael Parsons gonna do? Maybe he's gonna have a monster game against Dak Prescott, but really fun game to watch.